Hey guys, we're here today in the upcoming RPG shooter Outriders, getting ready for its launch on April 1st. And we're going to take a look at the Pyromancer class, giving you a basic overview of it and a couple tips to help you decide whether or not it is the class for you. The Pyromancer is described in-game as a medium-range conjurer of fire. They receive an additional 10% overall to their anomaly power, which is your skill power, and every time you hit an enemy with a skill, they are marked for 15 seconds. When a marked enemy is killed, you gain 24% of your maximum health. The first thing I want to discuss with the Pyromancer is their medium range capability and what exactly that means. Now, if you click escape and click guides at the bottom left, the game gives you some breakdowns of basic game mechanics and information. Through this, we can learn that close range is determined as anything within 10 meters, and long range is 25 meters and beyond. Which means the Pyromancer with its medium range is most likely best between 10 and 25 meters. This can be seen through their various abilities. Now the game does not tell you the range of each of the skills, and the HUD does not display any distance markers to enemies or objects. So all of these distances are estimated based off of my best approximations with weapon damage drop off and comparing them to other abilities. The Pyromancer's Heatwave ability hits everything in a path in front of you up to about 20 meters. Their Thermal Bomb, which slams the ground and hits a single enemy igniting them, hits about 30 meters in range. If you kill the enemy, within approximately 6 seconds of applying Thermal Bomb to them, they will lift up in the air and deal massive damage in a large radius. The 6 seconds you have to kill them while Thermal Bomb is active seems to be tied to the burn status effect, which has a natural time of 6 seconds. There are ways to increase Thermal Bomb's duration through mods, and some class enhancement can increase the duration of burn, which will presumably increase your time window to kill them with Thermal Bomb as well. The Pyromancer's Feed the Flames ability will hit a single target, pull it slightly towards you, and drain life, as well as applying Ash, which locks them in place. And this ability has an approximate range of 25 meters, which makes the Pyromancer's first three abilities all reach within the 20 to 30 meter range, not giving them quite as much range as a Technomancer, but definitely more than the Trickster or Devastator. Their Overheat ability is the most unique of the first four abilities we gain access to. Overheat says it hits everything within a large radius of the character for a minor amount of damage. If Overheat hits an enemy currently afflicted by the burn status effect, it will consume the burn and deal a much higher damage number. The important thing to note as you play Outriders in general is the game does not use the same terminology across the board. Thermal Bomb claims that whenever an enemy explodes from it, it deals damage in a large radius. And as you can see here, the large radius is approximated to be maybe 10 meters. However, Overheat also claims it has a large radius, but at no point have I activated it in the demo and not hit everything I was in combat with. You can see here that as Overheat is activated, it hits the entire room, or the entire area you're in, even back to the snipers, which effectively makes it a pulse or a marking mechanic, so you can see everything you're in combat with while dealing a little bit of damage. Now, I've seen many places where the Pyromancer is considered to be the weakest class in the demo. However, it is also believed that it might be one of the more powerful in-game classes by looking at skill tree and higher level abilities. The Pyromancer might be for you if you don't care as much for gunplay and would rather use your abilities. The reason it is explained as a conjurer is because you will have shorter cooldowns on all your abilities, even if those abilities don't hit as hard as some other classes. You will be able to activate them twice as much, and that's just in the demo. As you get higher, you will be able to activate your abilities much more than that. And the major weakness of the Pyromancer is its heal mechanic. While it is similar to the Devastator and Trickster's heal mechanic, those two classes are not required to use their skills to get the kill, and can kill things with guns to heal. The Technomancer, on the other hand, has a constant heal mechanic through its skills and its guns, while the Pyromancer is forced to use their skills and abilities, and cannot kill something strictly with guns in order to gain a heal. Now, if this heal mechanic worries you, there are ways to offset it. Clearly, after the game fully launches, we will be able to progress farther in the skill trees, at which point you can go down certain paths to gain skill leech enhancements, making it to where all of your abilities are healing you naturally, somewhat like the Technomancer. And if you are playing co-op with the Pyromancer, the heal mechanic is much more manageable. If you equip Overheat as one of your three abilities, it can hit nearly everything within sight, and anytime one of your skills hits an enemy, it marks it for 15 seconds, meaning you can proc Overheat to hit nearly every enemy you're in combat with, and then the Pyromancer is able to take shelter while you let your allies kill marked enemies for you and give you large chunks. Due to the potential struggle the Pyromancer has with its healing mechanic, it is incredibly important to note that the melee attack for every class is considered to be a skill. So when in a pinch with a Pyromancer, don't forget about your close range melee attack to finish off an enemy and gain that heal boost. So while early on the Pyromancer might struggle with one-on-one fights with bosses, or even might be difficult to solo with given that it has trouble recuperating health when surrounded by a lot of enemies or at longer ranges, it is a class that will most likely increase in power as it levels up and can excel in those areas when co-op together with friends. Hopefully this basic overview of the Pyromancer and the breakdown of their abilities helped you decide whether or not it is the class you would like to forge ahead with in Outriders. Thanks for watching, I will see you next time.